Now, only reason why I'm talking about this is because I think I got a perspective on this situation that is slightly different than what most people's might be. If you're Earl, do you really pay for that?
Chin tucked boxing, baby.
Yo, what's up, man? I'm sitting here thinking, right? I'm sitting here. I usually don't like talking about this type of stuff when it comes to sports in general, but boxing especially. I really don't like talking about money, man. I really, really hate this topic. I think fans who are talking about purses and all that shit, I think you are all wasting your breath to a certain degree. I think we all waste our breath when we talk about a fighter deserve this and deserve that. We're not getting a piece of that money. We want to see the fights anyway, so being arguing about what fighters deserve what is only slowing up the fight that we want to see anyway. But this is a little different. This is a trainer suing his former fighter for the unpaid wages. Now, only reason why I'm talking about this is because I think I got a perspective on this situation that is slightly different than what most people's might be. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are pro Derrick James in this matter. I think a lot of people are pro, that was your agreement. He's been with you from the beginning. You went undefeated with this man. You won unified titles with this man. You dominated the sport with this man. Why would you, the moment you have a little bit of controversy, want to not pay this man? I understand that. I understand that perspective. But I also understand Errol's point of view. Now I'm going to explain why. Now, the entire build-up to the Terrence Crawford fight, the entire build-up, all I would hear Derrick James say to anybody who interviewed him, anybody who would listen to him, everybody was saying, he was kept constantly saying that Terrence Crawford was nothing special, that all he was athletic. All he is an athletic fighter. That's all he is. That's all he kept saying. Now I understand, you in the media, you don't want to give your game plan out. You don't want to, say too much. You want to minimize your opponent as much as possible in the media. It's war games. I understand that. But you can't have the fight mirror that, man. You can't have the fight mirror that all you prepared for was an athletic fighter. Like, you didn't prepare for nothing. Unless Errol wasn't following your instruction. The product that we saw, it looked like Errol wasn't, prepared for anything other than doing what he normally does, which is jab first. Which is what I said in my build-up. Once you take that jab away from Errol, what does he have? In retrospect, what does he have after that? You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. The second thing is, shout out to Virgil Hunter, man, one of my favorite trainers of all time. Virgil Hunter said something to me that made perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? He said,
source told me that a week before the fight in Vegas, that Errol ran Mount Charleston for 5 miles. If you've never run hills before, and you running a week out from a fight, if you never run like that in high elevation a week out, that's 3 or 4 or 5 days of recovery right there.
Now, a lot of fans are especially saying that Errol ain't look the same. That Errol, he was slower. He didn't have no legs. He looked like he was tired and all that. Now, if he ran that trail the week of the fight, who told him to run that trail the week of the fight? It wasn't Blu-ray. It wasn't Blu-ray. I think the guy name was. It wasn't Blu-ray because Blu-ray no longer with Errol. So it wasn't the strength and conditioning coach. So if Derrick James instructed this man to run that trail the week of the fight, and Errol somehow heard what a bunch of Virgil Hunter said about running that, I think Errol would like, yo, you told me to just run this, and I ran it, and I didn't have no legs for the fight. You should know about it. That's another thing. You understand what I'm saying? On top of that, let's just say, that was Errol's doing. Let's say Errol decided to run that, and that's the reason why he had no legs. Let's say that Derrick James literally did nothing but train Errol the whole time, just on jabbing. You know what I'm saying? Just jab, 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 jab. Say that was the premise of the whole training camp. And you go in there and you jab, 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 but you getting hooked, you getting a jab between your jab, you getting counting off your slow jab to the body, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And in the corner, all you're hearing your trainer telling you is the jab. Like in your corner, all you're hearing your trainer telling you is don't stand in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Go back and listen to what Derrick James was telling Errol in the corner. Don't stand in front of him. Jab, punch first, be first, get rough, but all that other shit. Errol was trying all that shit. That shit was not working. So, in closing, there's 3 things right there. The corner advice wasn't working. You may have had him run a hard trail the week of the fight that took his legs. And number 3, the build-up of the fight, you was pretty much downplaying and not really coming up with a game plan per se. You wasn't coming up with a game plan through the whole training camp. You was pretty much just relying on him being smaller than you. If you were Errol, do you really pay for that? Let me know in the comment section what you think. If you Errol, do you really pay $5 million? The same, I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, you pay him because he still did something, but that got to be negotiated a little bit. Come on now, $5 million. If that's the percentage of the purse that he owed, $5 million for those. That's errors that me just being a person looking in coming up with. I'm pretty sure it was more egregious shit that he went through that he may have that he don't want to let the fans know. But those 3 things by itself are egregious, in my opinion. Especially the whole running the whole trail the week of the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. And I've been saying it. The whole saying that Terrence Crawford's nothing but an athlete and all that other shit. I was like, yo, that shit crazy. Just to put him in that box, like, it's that to me was egregious. I'm gonna be honest with you. But retrospect, after seeing what happened in the fight, you know what I'm saying, it makes it even more egregious. And then of course, the ring conversation, the in-ring conversation, the in-ring moments, the in-ring advice that was given. That shit ain't worth $5 million, bro. Let me know in the comment section what you think. With that being said, Jay Slay, CTB, peace.
Chin tucked boxing, baby.